Hi, I'm Kim Kleinman, and I'm here with Margarita Cerejito and Nancy Goodman. And we're going to talk today about a conference that's upcoming in November 2019, and it will take place in Washington, D.C. And Margarita will tell us more of the details about where the conference is. You'll be able to get more information on the links below when you're watching this video from the Contemporary Freudian Society.org and the Washington Baltimore Psychoanalytic Society. So Margarita, perhaps you could start and tell us a little bit about the name of the conference, what it's about, how the conference came about.
Sure. Hello. The name of the conference is What Do Women Want Today? And it's a take on Freud's classic question, what do women want? And hopefully in the conference, we're going to look for contemporary answers to that classic question. Today, women are exploring new gender identities, gender dynamics, and family configurations. We have to explore how to think about these new feminine scenarios. Women are redefining what is to be feminine and expressing different attitudes towards motherhood. Some decide not to have children, some decide to have them on their own. We need new psychoanalytic theories that don't pathologize women's contemporary choices. That's in general, what the conference will be about.
Yeah, sounds interesting. So does the conference have any personal meaning to you? You know, what is your personal take on the importance of this conference?
Really, okay. I wrote my dissertation 30 years ago on single mothers by choice. And rereading my conference rereading my dissertation a few years ago made me feel very uncomfortable. In the 80s, I conceptualized my study using the theories of the time. And they conceive a woman's desire to have a child in terms of her ability and desire to have a relationship with a partner. In rereading my study, I realized that my way of thinking about single parenting has changed a lot. And this inspired me to think and write about the prejudice of the psychoanalyst and the need to explore and monitor them. And by that, I mean not only the theories that we use, but our conscious and unconscious thoughts about parenting, about femininity.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yes, I want to pick up some of the wonderful descriptions that Margarita has given about the conference. The title is so important. What do women want today? I think the women, the want, and the today all mixed together in a very dynamic way. One of the things I've run into as a psychoanalyst is that sometimes women identify with being shut down because their mothers were shut down, or society says that you should not go in certain directions. And releasing that sense of wanting, that you can talk about it and you can accomplish things, is very important to me personally, for my daughters, for my patients, for society. And also that this conference does something that I really like in contemporary psychoanalysis, that there's an internal world to look at. And there's also this place of meeting with society and what's going on with society, a kind of borderland. And this conference looks at both. It looks at the impact of the internal world on our views of the external world, and the impact of the external world on our internal world.
Well, it sounds like a great conference, and I hope that the people listening today will check out attending the conference.
Can I say one more thing?
Of course.
That it's going to be an international conference, that we have several speakers coming from abroad. We have Virginia Unger, who's the first woman president of the International Psychoanalytic Association. She's the first one in 102 years.
Oh.
We have Letizia Glosser Fiorini, who has written very extensively about the feminine, about deconstructing the feminine. We have Patricia Colombre, who's the Latin American chair of COWAP, who has written a lot about motherhood. And that I hope that it will be very interesting and intellectually stimulating to have a dialogue between different cultures, different theories, and that we're planning to review classical psychoanalytic theories. We are planning to do this within a new cultural context, and we want to think together about new conceptions.
Yeah.
I've had the experience this past weekend. I was teaching and I was attending some clinical conferences, and people came up to me and said, I'm going to the conference. It looks like one of the most exciting conferences that's ever been in Washington. So I think the word is going out, how important it is to think about women today, think about what women want, and to also recognize what happens when there's misogyny, and we need to think about that as well. This is really an exemplary conference for COWAP, the Committee on Women in Psychoanalysis. And I want to thank Paula Ellman for making me part of this with Margarita, who's so enthusiastic, and we hope to see lots of people.
We're very excited about the conference, and we're very much looking forward to it.
Great. Well, thank you for talking with me today, and I do hope that the people listening will come to the conference.
Thank you, Kim.
Okay. Bye-bye.